It's nothing but Black Metal November, and today we're going to be talking about the best black metal albums of 2021. That's right, the best black metal albums of 2021, not including anything that comes out in fucking December, because that month is list month, and we'll be doing top 10s of everything else in that month. So we'll talk about them maybe in their own separate reviews, or in January, we'll add it on to next year. So we are doing everything from this year up until then. And I got some honourable mentions before we get started. First one, 1914. Fantastic war-themed metal album. Great, came out recently. Love it to pieces. Next up is Panopticon. I didn't like this as much as everyone else seems to like it, but I'm going to include it anyway just because everyone seems to think it's one of the best of the year, and I'm not going to take it away from anyone. So if anyone's not checked it out, go check out Panopticon's newest album as well. And also, this album hasn't fucking come out yet. It's coming out in December, but I'm going to put it here anyway as an honourable mention because Aquilus is coming out with a new album, and I fucking love them. Atmospheric black metal for any fans of, well, the previous album, Greasius, which is a masterpiece. Also Druid, Seor, any atmospheric black metal bands, go check out Aquilus' new album in December because it's going to be one of the best of the year. Easily. So with those honourable mentions out the way, let's get in with, we're going to do 20 of my favourite black metal albums from this year in no order, just 20 of them. If you want an order, you've got to wait to my top 20 of the year because some of them will be fucking on that. Don't you worry about that, Sonny Jim. So, let's get started with 20 black metal albums that you should check out from this year. First up, of course, Esoctrillihum dy'th Requiem for the Serpent Telepath. This weird, almost avant-garde kind of black metal, spacey themes, interesting passages and riffs. The vocals are just something out of a space demon. The vocals are just very raspy and like it's kind of like he's spitting at you when he's singing. It is like an ancient eldritch demon is singing these fucking songs, and it's goddamn great. Next up, Mare cognitum, solar paroxysm. Mare cognitum has been one of my favourite black metal bands for a while now, and this album just exceeds all expectations. If you want to be drifting off into the cosmos listening to some atmospheric, spacey black metal, this is the album for you. The songwriting has improved, the screams are still as good as ever. Spacey, cosmic, great fucking time. Next up, for something a bit more somber, we have Kekht with Pale Swordsman. This is a beautiful, melancholic, introspective black metal album. For all you sad boys out there, this is the album for you. And you can tell from the album cover. He's got like a rose, white rose or whatever it is. It's gonna be sad, and it is. But the melodies on it are beautiful. The songwriting is beautiful, and the album as a whole, you guessed it, it's fucking beautiful. Next up for some Thy Catafalque with Vadak. This is avant-garde black metal, and this is fucking amazing. Holy shit, how much can they just cram into one album? This is just experimental as all fuck. You got female singing, you got chanting, you got dancey beats and dancey melodies, kind of like industrial metal. You got the crazy shrieks, you got thrash metal thrown in there, go listen to it. Go listen to this album. It may be in my top 10 of the year. We'll see. It's a spoiler alert for you. Love this album to pieces. It's just something you need to check out. Vadak by catafalque. Fucking great. Next up, Cradle of Filth, Existence is Futile. Yeah, I know. They're not really black metal. They're extreme metal. What the fuck is extreme metal? That's just people who can't decide a genre. That's for indecisive people, and we are not indecisive, so it's fucking black metal. Because it's not death metal. Come on. It's not death metal. So we're going to throw it here, and I love Cradle of Filth. They got me into the genre as a whole. Say what you will about them. They're a good band. If you like Danny's singing, of course. I love his singing. The screeches are great, and this is one of the best Cradle albums in a long time. The best one since probably Damnation in a Day for me. Every song was catchy. Love it. I've got a review on my channel. I've jerked off over it too much. So let's move on. Suffering Hour, the Cyclic Reckoning. Is it black and death? Is it deaf and black? It's got enough black in there for me to throw this onto the list as well. I adore this album. This album came out early into the year, and it's just so unique. The sound of it is not like anything I've heard in black metal. It sounds so oppressive and just like you're in one of the seventh layers of hell. and one of the demons is singing to you, and just the overall atmosphere, the guitar, something about the guitar sound is just eerie. This is an evil album, it's a scary album. If you liked Aquilus Melano from last year, you might really fucking like this one, because this has the same oppressive atmosphere. I love it, it'll scare your pants off, it's fucking great. Now for something a bit more catchy, Spectral Wound with the Diabolical first. This is for you melodic black metal, or just fucking riff-heavy black metal fans out there, because this is catchy as fuck. This is catchy as fuck. If you didn't like Cradle, because it's too mainstream or whatever, then go listen to this one. Because it's not mainstream, it's catchy, but it's also raw. But I say listen to both, because you don't wanna be one of those fucking elitist cunts now, do you? There, I love Diabolical first. Catchy riffs, catchy melodies. If you fans of, say, Dark Funeral, Immortal, that kind of black metal, fun, catchy black metal, go listen to this, because it's fun and it's catchy than COVID. Next up is Wolfguard and Woven of Serpent Spines. This is one of the latest ones I heard. It was in my top 10 of this month, last month, of October. I adore it. This is, again, for those folky, atmospheric black metal fans, more in line with Seor and Panopticon and stuff like that, and Winterfillith, than, say, the spacey stuff. This is more on the folky side of things, but I love it. Long songs, beautiful passages, amazing screams. What more could you want? Great band, great album. Uh-oh, getting some weird shit again. Dordeduh with Har. That's right, Dordeduh. This album is ridiculous. This is in the same line as thy catafalque, the avant-garde black metal, more experimental, progressive, unique. Same kind of stuff, like weird chanty parts, different instruments used, singing the native language. It's great. What more could you want? Experimental, cool, and it's from the Gurubungut people. It's from them. So, yeah, check it out. Next up, Ferriterium with Calvaire. French black metal, intense as hell, furious as fuck. One of the first black metal albums I loved from this year, and I still can't find it on streaming services. I don't know why. Can't find it fucking anywhere. But I adore it. Even the art, come on, he's pulling his own head off. And there's the sun where his severed neck is. How is that not fucking awesome? French metal's good, so yeah, give it a listen. Next up is Night Crown with Hardanfard. Yeah, that's probably how you say it. This is, again, melodic black metal, which isn't my forte. I do love it, but I do prefer the more raw and atmospheric shit. But this this is good. This is fucking good. This is the riffiest, catchiest black metal album of the fucking year. And I said that for Diabolical first as well. That is on more the raw kind of side of things of melodic black. This is melodic black through and through, but holy shit, I've never headbanged so much to a black metal album than I have this one. And that's gonna say something. Night Crown. Hardanfard. Makes you hard. Next up is Bizarrekult with the Overlevde. This is a unique, interesting black metal album where every song is so goddamn short. It's kind of like a grindcore album. They're all like 1 minute, 3 minute songs, and they managed to make them, every single one, interesting and catchy as hell. Don't know how they did it, but every single one of these songs is interesting as hell. And I love my black metal longer and more atmospheric. Somehow this just caught my attention. I love all the short songs on here. They all have something interesting packed into those 3 minutes. And it's bloody great. Love this album, one of the best from the year. And yeah, listen to it. Next up we have Wilderness with As Above, So Below. Black metal bands like using that, don't they? Yeah, so, I love Wilderness. Dark Waters was in my end of the year list for last year. Fucking loved it. Use of bagpipes and stuff. And they're back again with another album. Amazing art, amazing folky melodies and atmospheric passages, beautiful singing, beautiful screaming, not quite as experimental as the last one, don't think it's quite as good as Dark Waters, but it's still Wilderness, I still love them, so I'm still going to rep them onto this list, so if you haven't checked them out, you like something a bit folky, give it a listen. Oh, you want something more intense? Clandestine Blaze with Secrets of Laceration. This is some intense, almost cosmic-y kind of black metal for you, not quite on the scale of Mare Cognitum, but way more fucking intense. Holy shit, riff masters, screams are just interesting as hell. Clandestine Blaze, they have a lot of great albums. This is one of them. Loved it from this year. Gotta make it here. Alright, Ruins of Beverast is next with the Thule Grimoires. This is more on the doomy side of things. Bit unique for this list. Black and Doom? Doom and Black, whatever you want to call it. This is a lot different to a lot of the catalogue. It is a lot more just slower, just more methodical, and more atmospheric than a lot of their other albums. It is more on the Doom kind of side of things, but that makes it unique, you know, from this year. Took a while to grow on me, didn't like it at first. Has grown on me quite a bit. I'll probably do a ranking soon, but for Grimoires, yeah, I do like it now, and I'm in the crowd of people who think it's great. So, it's coming here. Some more folk, Khan Bard with Devoured by the Oak. Hey, that rhymed. Again, fans of Wilderness, Winterfilith, Sayor, Elderwind, you know, if you're gonna like this. Gallowbraid, Kaladin Brood, especially for fans of Gallowbraid and Kaladin Brood, they said their inspirations were them, so you know it's gonna be good. Amazing chanting, amazing singing, the folky nature of it is just beautiful. It's an epic album, it kind of has that epic scope like Kaladin Brood has, so if you're a fan of either of those bands, go give this one a listen, because, oh boy, it's one of the best of the fucking month. Next up, time for some Germans. It's Menschemüll Cannonfiber. War-themed black metal. I know they didn't have 1914 on here. I really enjoyed that album. This is better. This is a better war-themed black metal album, in my opinion. The German language is just better for this kind of war-themed stuff. Come on. It's more aggressive, it's more punchy, and just... This album's just catchy and infectious, you know? It's like syphilis. It's great. Something a bit more somber again, Wolves in the Throne Room with Primordial Arcana. With the more mainstream black metal stuff, you know, like Cradle of Filth, Wolves in the Throne Room, Winterfilith, stuff like that, I always go into it thinking like, oh, it's not going to be as good as, you know, the classic stuff. It's not going to be good as the more underground metal that comes out, and they always fucking surprise me and make a fucking amazing album, because this is amazing, easily coming onto this list. I loved every single song. So, never pass off something for being, like, too popular, because it doesn't fucking matter. It's great. Seeing these guys live, put on a hell of a show. Love this album. Next up, we have some Roman-themed, interesting black metal, Zarathustra and the Days of Whore. And even the album cover, it's going to be fucking glorious. Like, look how beautiful that is. I don't know where to put it, but it's beautiful. It's amazing. And the album itself is amazing as well. Every single song has something unique about it. Every single song uses a different fucking instrument. Like, there's so many different instruments within. It's great, it's unique, it's interesting, and it's one of the best of the year. And finally, Nordic Winter with Lidernia Adio. I definitely didn't say that right. This is a recent one, which I failed to put on my list because I only heard it just recently. This is on the more depressive, atmospheric side of stuff. So it's more like depressive black metal, but with atmosphere, not quite DSBM. Teetering on it, melancholic black metal, I guess. Holy shit, the sadness is palpable on here. Holy fucking shit. You want a depressing ass time? Put this album on. You know I do. I love Funeral Doom. Love this album to pieces. It might rank up even higher on my list. And multiple listens. The fact I only just listened to it recently, and it's already here, it's got to say something. And I think this is one I'm going to go back to a lot, and a lot, and a lot. Because I adore every single fucking song. And from the art, you know when they do these painted kind of arts? Renaissance painting kind of shit? You know it's going to be on this list because I love anything like that. I just automatically has a higher rating in my book. And the music itself is great too. So that was my last pick for my favourite black metal albums of this year. Let me know down below what's your favourite black metal albums from 2021. What albums are you excited for in December? And what albums are you excited for in general? Next year, what black metal albums make your balls tingle? Let me know down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.